The world is full of wonders.
Magic is waiting in small moments.
And monsters might be watching, just out of sight.
But if you're looking to find them,
adventure is waiting to happen.
You never know who you'll meet along the way.
We are the Storyteller Squad. Hello, adventurers. Welcome back to the Storyteller Squad. Thanks for joining us for more Monster of the Week. Before we begin, let's check in with some new heroes.
Ian, you're first.
Oh, shit. Okay, wait. Oh.
You're right. I'll repost the order.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. There you go.
Okay, sorry. Is there a format here that I should be looking at also?
Mel, can you copy that one too?
I will copy and paste it again.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
You're good.
Gosh.
You are good. You're doing something you're not used to doing. You're fine.
Okay, yep. Now I see why you said we should be thinking about this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're panicking about intros. You're fitting right in.
Ready for another run-of-the-mill, everyday heist. Another day in the office for Fig.
Wait, Fig is working this job? Just be aware, I might strangle him before this is over. I'm Kai.
I fucking hate group projects. I'm Ariel Valentine.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? I would like to be let out. I cannot feel my legs. I'm Construct 013. But for the sake of brevity and to build a sense of camaraderie, you may call me Cole.
Incredible.
I hate that I have to be mean to Cole.
Don't be mean to Cole.
You don't have to be.
She's got a complex. She's gonna be mean to Cole.
It's true, yeah. Obviously putting the cat in Cat Burglar, I'm Vanessa Black.
I hate her.
Let's do a heist. Last time, Rogue Team battled the Arboreal Hydra in the city of Seattle with the help of Las Muertas, the local whispered group, and Agent Mulligan Lake's locally posted agency team. They were able to take down the massive tree-like kaiju. However, they discovered a bit too late that this fight was a distraction from the shipment of incomplete Philosopher's Stones being sent away from Seattle with Kikimora and her Leshy servants. They did, however, discover the lab of the Undyne Lynette Lamar, who had been creating the stones using human hosts and demon spawn magic. After destroying the lab and a miraculous resurrection by one Damien Edgecrest, we leave our heroes in Seattle and travel back to Portland, where time has moved forward for other characters in that part of the world, most especially Ariel Valentine, our favorite ne'er-do-well crook.
Are you sure about that favorite bit?
Debatable.
I have a question I forgot to pose to the group. Valentine's rude. She likes to do nicknames. If she calls y'all Tin Man Dorothy and Scarecrow respectively, is that going to be a problem for anybody?
No. Go ham.
I know exactly how Cole would respond to that.
All right, cool.
Oh my gosh. God, that makes Vanessa the lion.
Exactly.
Valentine has been contracted by the crime lord Meridian to steal a talisman from Alexander Harkness, the Lich. Having been the only person to successfully steal from Harkness in the past, Valentine was given the opportunity to put together a team in which to infiltrate the Lich's enchanted magical fortress. And so, we pick up watching an unremarkable delivery truck approaching what appears to be the outer defenses of a well-guarded, highly secure compound. We see mounted cameras trained on the truck as it draws near a large black iron gate. There is a shimmer of gold glyphs and sigils in the air just ahead of this gate, and the truck pauses near a radio post to check in. Who's driving the truck and speaking to the person on the radio here?
So you see Fig. They're wearing a slim-fitting suit with a printed shirt beneath it. They have dark hair, bright blue eyes, almost teal. They've got a big, goofy smile on their face. They're driving this truck. You said that there is a radio I'm talking into?
A little like speaker call box, like a drive-through. And you hear this rasping voice come through on the other side. Delivery number.
Oh, yeah, totally. Let me just... Hey guys, did we have a delivery number, right? We had one of those, yeah?
We see you turn back into the back area of the truck where we see two figures sitting. One, a feminine figure, but with a black cat face and curling dark horns extending from the head. Her big yellow cat pupiled eyes glance lazily across the back seat to the other figure sitting there as we see Valentine face palming. Let's describe Valentine for people.
For today's heist, Valentine is wearing like a dirty blonde wig that is straightened and put into a loose ponytail. She's got like a hat pulled over her head. She is pinching the bridge of her aquiline nose as Fig calls back into the rear of the truck because they went over this multiple times as part of their plan.
There's like a manifesto or something on the rearview mirror, right? Just tacked on or whatever.
Yeah. And she just she more like growls between gritted teeth. It's on the console.
Oh, that's right. Hey, bud, you still there? The code is 43220. Is that a 0 or a D? Are there letters? It's a 0, I think.
Very well. Checking system records.
While you're interacting with the security intercom, Fig, we see masked figures in these dark security uniforms opening the back of the truck to inspect the delivery. We see several large wooden crates, and one of these guards calls into a handheld radio.
Artifact contents confirmed. Infrared reads 3 heat signatures in the vehicle.
And the dusty, ragged voice from the intercom says to you, Fig,
Security clearance approved. Proceed to loading dock 3.
And there is a loud creaking as the iron gate slowly opens to allow you in. This portion of the barrier shimmers and allows passage of your truck through this gateway and down a long paved driveway. The three of you in the cab can look forward and see that you are approaching this very large tower. The main structure is cylindrical in shape, but has 4 square pillars made of a dark stone that abut the central tower at all 4 compass points. And you can't be sure how high this tower actually goes because it vanishes into cloud cover towards the top. There seems to be a permanently enchanted, hazy gray, light rain atmosphere blanketing the grounds of this compound and casting a gloomy pall over everything. But as you drive forward, you see a few people that seem to be working here who are wearing very neatly put together suits and scarves and full face coverings with porcelain and gold masks in the shape of very basic human features. They point you in the direction of a ramp that goes down to a delivery area. More of them are down there. These workers, they are waving you in, directing you with little light batons, and a lifting garage door opens as the truck pulls in and you are directed to a unloading spot here. And I think as you get in, the door, this garage door closes behind you, and you are left here in this sort of empty loading bay zone in the basement of the tower. And we see Vanessa waits for you to fully stop the car, unbuckles, and says, "No time like the present. Let's get to work." And she climbs out of the truck, goes around to the back, and once again opens the back hatch. But despite what the guard's infrared instruments were able to detect, we see, nearly obscured by shadows, a 4th figure, seated at the back of the truck atop one of the crates. Kai, could you describe yourself?
Oh, what to say? Kai, she looks kind of annoyed. golden eyes, very white hair, just like half up, half down, messy. She hops off the box, and when Fig and the others join, really? You couldn't remember the number?
I mean, there's a lot of numbers to remember, like birthdays.
But you had one job, and Kai goes to open the box and get their other companion out.
We could say you're lifting them out and handing them down.
Oh, yes.
And it takes the other 3 of them to lift these heavy crates down, but you're a very sort of strong character as you lift these crates down single-handedly.
Mm-hmm.
Kai or Val, if you want to describe as you crack open the crate with a crowbar.
So we crack open one of the crates with the crowbar and we lift out, what would you say, like a metal chest plate almost?
Looks like a lot of artifice, honestly.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of artifice.
A lot of disembodied mechanical pieces of something.
Yeah.
There's many of them in many of these crates, and it's all stuffed full of hay and velvet cloths to support the things in here. But as you set them down, we see one piece of this, whatever you've brought in as a shipment, start to raise in the air, and little crackles of electricity spark off it into the ground on the concrete floor of this place. And it tips up on its side and rolls, and many of the other pieces do the same. They raise up, and Construct 013, can we describe your character as you make your appearance?
As the distinct parts of what now appear to be a somewhat humanoid body start to maglev and snap together, twisting and locking into place, you see a body starting to form about 8 feet tall, broad, made of some sort of metal, has a bit of a shine to it, but it's a bit dulled. There is an inscription on what looks to be the chest plate that says C-013. And as the final piece is, or I guess one of the crates is opened, and you see what looks to be a vaguely humanoid head. No features on it besides 2 large circular glass discs that light up light blue as you open the crate. And a voice emits from a almost imperceptible slit towards the bottom of the face that says, "Hello? Are we there?"
Yes, Tin Man, we've arrived in Oz.
And as their hands on the fully formed body lean down, grab their own head, lift it up, put it onto their neck, and twist it into place,
Oh my god.
they roll their shoulders back and say, "I am not made of tin."
So do you go by C13 or C013? How many of these numbers do I need to say? Because I've already established I'm not so great with numbers.
For the sake of ease, you may call me Cole.
Cole. Nifty.
I'm sticking with Tin Man. Does everyone remember the briefing?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that we're getting is top of this tower?
Did you all see how tall this tower is? I mean, it's up in the clouds. How are we going to get up that high?
It's 4 floors. We'll survive.
I could throw you.
Ooh, I like the idea of throwing him, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down.
Save the throwing for if we get out of this alive.
That's our fast exit option. And Vanessa walks over to a attendant who's sort of waiting by a door that leads out of this a garage hangar area. And she's got a clipboard with the invoice on there. And she hands it off to this individual who, again, whole body is covered in a gold and porcelain mask. And they take it and they're looking it over. And she uses that opportunity to take their face and knee into the clipboard and their head at the same time and smashes, basically their whole face just cracks apart within this cloth covering. There's a shattering sound of pottery or bone, and this figure then sort of collapses with a similar rattle, and we see as the mask bits are dusted away as she retrieves the clipboard and starts shuffling through this person's clothes, that a skeleton, completely bleached white, bits of it sort of have fallen out from under this porcelain mask and mingled with the shards of it.
The person that killed this thing is Vanessa, right?
Yes, she's the cat-headed individual with the 2 gazelle horns.
Vanessa, you couldn't wait for them to sign it. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to get someone to sign the invoice.
We don't actually have a delivery, Fig.
Oh.
Maybe we need to hide this body, though?
Stuff him in the crate.
You guys can quickly stuff this skeletal servant into the crates. And again, she's sort of waiting in front of this door with a simple brass doorknob. It's thick oak paneled wood and metal bolted hinges. It's got sort of a mix of classic dungeon aesthetic, but in an office garage.
Cole, I think that you might be up.
1 second. I need to get dressed.
And you see, they have clothes now. They took them out of somewhere, but I don't know if any of you saw them do this. I have the move hidden compartment, so.
Nice. Yeah, duffel bag in your chest.
Yes. Big body, big compartment.
Mm-hmm.
They're wearing heavy cargo pants, a long sleeve shirt, a long coat, and it goes up with a high collar, and big gloves. So basically you cannot see metal from the neck down. And as they say this, they're putting a hood up over a military cap and pulling a mask up over the bottom half of their face, so it just looks like their big circular eyes are goggles. The only thing that gives it away is that sometimes the apertures of their eyes close and open, but otherwise it just looks like a large person wearing goggles and lots of clothing.
What would you like me to do?
Door.
Can I just punch the door?
It does not seem to have any sort of security pad next to this door. It's just a regular doorknob and then thick oak beams that form this door.
Oh.
If you want to punch it, you can.
Does it open in or out?
You haven't tried it.
Can I see the hinges?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. So it would open in.
Okay. I'm just gonna put both hands against it and push until it just collapses in. Like, I'm not gonna punch it. I'm just gonna try to work it until it's crunch.
Okay. Roll plus your tough. First roll of the game. Versus door.
Everyone's worst enemy.
The ultimate enemy.
God fucking damn it.
I swear.
No, that's a waste of double sixes on the first roll.
Well, it's an excellent way to end our introductory sequence here as you just walk over. Kai gestures casually door, and you just hands. And shove that door aside. And opening before you a concierge foyer area. It seems to be one attendant behind a desk. There's lots of mirrors in this room and lights hanging down. It's got a very welcoming, kind of cozy energy that maybe you wouldn't expect if Val had not told you. There's this welcome floor. The attendant doesn't react. They just stay there at attention behind this desk, and your group can file in.
Are they the same, masked and has a porcelain thing?
Mm-hmm. They look very similar.
It makes me so uneasy that there's just no reaction from them.
Very, what are those things called? That are made out of clay or whatever.
Golems?
Yeah.
Very constructy, for sure.
Yes.
Well, no offense, Cole.
None taken.
For the record, maybe we could just try opening the doors before we do that.
I did open the door.
Okay. I can't argue with that.
Is the masked figure, are they sitting at a desk?
They're just chilling.
They're standing behind a desk, hotel guest services.
Cole's just going to walk up to the desk and...
Hello?
They tilt their head, regard you, and nod.
Cole's just going to tip their head to the side and stare. There's two things that aren't people. What are niceties?
Oh my gosh.
This is one of those rare times where Valentine leans over to Vanessa willingly and goes, "Deal with them, please."
You spoil me, Valentine, letting me have all the fun.
And with a quick couple of bounding leaps, she springs over the desk and comes up behind this person. And I think you just see that the figure, as they're regarding you, Cole, be pulled and they crumple down behind the desk. And you hear more clattering of things. And Vanessa, she then rises and puts her hands in a steepled position. And she says, "Yes, can I help you?" Sort of playfully filling the role of guest services here. And we see a skeletal hand in the cloth suit of this construct rising up, sort of struggling. And she kind of backhands it with her furry pawed hand. And it shatters into a bunch of pieces and sort of scatters around behind the desk.
Staff change.
I did not know you work here.
The heaviest of eye roll. Did that construct have one of those porcelain masks on?
Yep.
Okay. Val is totally just swiping its clothes and mask and is going to find somewhere to quickly change.
Mm-hmm.
Swapping in. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Vanessa says to you, Cole,
You'd be surprised how many jobs I can be working at once. I'm so very capable.
Well, thank you for welcoming us.
Cole puts a bottle of wine on the counter that has a little card on it that says, "For the host." And if you open it up, there's a picture of a middle finger.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Yeah, with this mask on, Valentine's much more free to roll her eyes extremely heavily.
I will say, Valentine, there are no like see-through eyes on this mask.
Oh, okay. Well, excuse me then. I tried.
You could wear the clothing definitely, but if you wanted to like move about, you're going to have to like have the mask in your pocket to like quickly put on or something.
All right, yeah. Could she put it on top of her head?
Yeah.
All right, it'll just sit on top of her head.
Kai's going to gesture to the bottle of wine. Can I?
That is for the host. It is always polite to leave a host gift when visiting someone else's home.
Oh my God.
I like this one a lot. Where'd you find him, Valentine?
Valentine is just incredibly annoyed. Me, Mel, I love Cole. I love him so much. He's so cute.
Mhm.
Valentine fucking hates him.
Is there wine in this bottle of wine?
Yeah, it's like a decent bottle of wine that is unopened.
It's like a Cabernet.
Me, Darien, doesn't drink, could not tell you what nice wine is.
Fair enough.
That's very thoughtful of you. And Kai's gonna try to swipe it.
You want to steal the host gift?
I
Well,
love this.
we need to bring it to the host.
Oh my
Because if
God.
we just leave it here on the front desk, who knows who would take it?
Is Kai saying that out loud?
I think so.
Then I think Cole would just pick it up and go, "That is a good point, Kai." And it just disappears.
Little compartment.
It goes like in through their hand and it's just gone.
Oh yeah, like it opens around it and
Yeah.
sort of swallows the
God.
thing. Yeah, that's disturbing and amazing.
Cole is a soft boy, but also is a 8-foot tall walking nightmare.
Yeah. Elevators, stairwell, throwing. Which way?
There's only staircases here, guards and sentries. Stay out of sight.
As you are in this central foyer, there does appear to be something like an elevator towards sort of the center position of the tower. The space you're in sort of forms a almost like 2/3 shape of a circle, if you were to imagine it from top down. But towards the center, there is this like column, lots of brass and gold fittings, and it's just this like empty tube that goes up and down as if to like house an elevator, but there's no elevator and there's no buttons near this tube. But there are doors to either side of this room, one of which has a little like stairs sign next to it. The other one is the one you broke to come in.
So I just have a little bit of a hole in your plan, Val. No offense. You said to sneak and not be seen, and yet she and Kai like nods to Vanessa. Is kind of killing all the things that we see, or at least taking them out? Is that what you're wanting us to do?
They can't raise an alarm if they're in pieces.
And if somebody else finds them?
Then we better be fast.
Speaking of which, time to get a move on. And she's going to head for the stairs.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
Cole is going to follow.
Following after Fig.
Is there a computer terminal at the desk? Like some kind of screen?
Yes, I think so. I think if you go behind the desk to look and you see this like construct that's been torn apart by Vanessa back here, the clothes are just ripped and shredded and there's like a skeleton just like lying here in different pieces, sort of scattered on the floor and pushed under like a set of drawers, but clearly peeking out a little bit. She's working quickly. And what's up on the display right now is the number for your delivery, and it says confirmation of arrival. And that's about it. What would you like to do here?
Before leaving the room, I'd like to try and like press the keys, see if it's something I can interact with, and if so, try to find some kind of. I'm looking for like if there's a security station somewhere on this floor or otherwise that I can go in and find some more information about this building.
Do you have a move that lets you be good with technology?
I don't.
Okay. Then I think, gosh, what is a like tech roll?
Act under pressure, maybe?
Yeah, there is a timer going. That's a good idea, actually, Maya.
What background did you pick? Because I know you also took Crooked, Ian.
Good point. I have burglar, so if you want to count this as a secure location I'm trying to break into, this could be a sharp roll for that.
Sure, let's do that.
Okie dokie.
They really should put like a hacker something or other.
There is a playbook that has one.
I think there is one, but it's sort of like...
Is it the flake, maybe?
I think it's the flake, yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I rolled a 12.
Hell yeah.
Incredible.
We'd love to hear it.
On a 10 plus for burglar, I pick 3, and the options are you get in undetected, you get out undetected, you don't leave a mess, or you find what you are after. So one of these is going to come true in the bad way.
Mm-hmm.
Since we've already left a mess, I'm going to say I get in and out undetected, and I find what we're after.
Yep.
So it's just going to leave a mess.
Perfect. Yeah, I think if you try to interact with this console, it pops up a, do you want to confirm delivery? This is yes or no. What do you choose here?
I think I click yes.
Okay, it says yes. And there's a instruction that comes up here and it says direct delivery personnel to the appropriate ward and see that they leave promptly. And it's just like an instruction here that pops up. And I think if you X out of that and then start poking around on this computer more, I think you find not a security cameras system, but more what looks to be a rotating series of codes that correspond to other numbers. The second set stays static, but the first set is sort of rotating like a two-factor authentication type of thing. Like it changes every couple seconds and they're different and different and different. And I'll say, because we've established, not good with numbers, but you discover this as a security thing that you're able to pull up and see actively doing whatever it's doing to secure this place. I will say there does not seem to be anything that's monitoring the rooms via a video feed. So yeah, that's what you find.
Okay, but I find this kind of security system via numbers and a two-factor kind of situation.
Yep.
Does this seem to be something that is throughout the facility, or is this just for this kind of terminal?
It does seem to say up at the top of the window, key code operations.
Okay.
How many rows of codes are there?
2, right? 1 static and...
1 column of static numbers and 1 column of numbers that are constantly shifting and changing.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misinterpreted it. For some reason, I thought it was here's a code that's constantly rotating. Here's the next code that's not changing at all, and so on and so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's 2 vertical columns of information. One seems to be IDs to something, and the other seems to be the code that is actively shifting around.
Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to necessarily stay here, but I'm going to make a mental note that if we find something that requires code, if I recognize this code somewhere, I'm going to make a mental note that I can swing back and maybe grab that, whatever the code is that's changing, if that's what we need.
You know what? To help this be relevant later, I'll say this is like an iPad or something on a station. So if you want to tear this with you and just bring it with you, I'll let you. We'll roll that into you making more of a mess.
Sure.
So that you're not just taking Vanessa's mess as part of your role. You can actually make one yourself.
I love it.
I love this.
Yeah, I think Fig, while they're not good with numbers per se, I think that they like to play games like Tetris. So if they can view these numbers more like shapes that can fit into other shapes, then they can unlock this puzzle perhaps. So yeah, they do this.
Okay.
I am with Fig, by the way.
A shadow looms over the desk as you're sort of kneeling behind it.
What exactly are you looking for?
I don't know.
Wow, I am beyond impressed with your burgling. Rolls her eyes.
Ooh, look what I found. And I kind of tilt the screen your way.
Hold up the codes, yeah.
Wow.
Kai, you're so short-sighted. Look at this. These numbers. I know I forgot the code in the van, but see, if you think of these numbers, or fucking shapes on, look, they sometimes they fit together.
Can I take the iPad?
No, we're gonna let him keep it.
Oh, I was gonna use it as come on.
You could try to take it from me.
Oh, boy.
Let's not devolve into PvP in the foyer.
Fair.
No.
So many personalities in this heist.
Yeah, I think if you try to snatch it from me, that's when Fig rips it out of the panel and just goes, and then kind of prances on.
Oh, gosh. I will follow behind him in the stairs.
Okay. heading up the stairs. You can see this stairwell, the walls of it are a similar looking black stone material. And you gather that this stairwell is in one of the square pillars on the exterior edge of the central tower. But as you head up the first flight, it comes to a door. Now, this door does have a little security panel on it. And Val, you were leading the charge, so you get there first.
Great. Okay, the keypad to enter the code. How many numbers am I supposed to enter, or so on and so forth? Is there any indication of that?
No, I don't think there's like a total. It's not like an empty, like, fill in these numbers to get in. It's just like a keypad.
Oh, okay. She kind of like looks down at the keypad for a split second and then turns to look over her shoulder and sees Fig and Kai coming up the stairs and just gives like a sort of quizzical look. Why are you lagging behind? What is that?
Fig holds it up like a picture frame, and you see these rotating numbers. And Fig just kind of smiles at you as if it's something that you should understand is useful.
I think Vanessa, who's like sitting on the stairs waiting for the door to be opened, says, "That might be why the code you tried didn't work. Looks like he's changed it since you last broke in."
Clearly. Let's see it. And she's just going to hold her hand out for the tablet from Fig.
Fig shrugs and hands it to you.
Why don't you roll burglar as well, Valentine?
Sure. I would love to. Actually, wait. We're grabbing the Buy Pride die because it's Pride Month. Motherfuckers. You'll have to cut that out later because it's going to be way after Pride Month when this episode comes out. But
no, people will know that this month we were gay and did crime.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. 6 and a 5 on the die plus my sharp. That's a 13. Let's fucking go.
Incredible. Valentine, you recognize right away that these numbers, the static ones, are door references, and that the like rotating codes are the passcodes, which are now on a like cycling authentication system.
Oh, so is it like that Discord authenticator where it changes like every 30 seconds?
Yes.
Oh my God. Love that. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Is there a way to see is there some indication on the door of like which door reference number I am at? Because I'm assuming he wouldn't leave them in complete order of like first floor, second floor, third floor, etc.
Yeah, they're not in order, and there's no number on this door frame, which again is like a similar. Well, no, this one's a little more high tech than the one you busted through. This one is. It almost has elevator door energy to it. It's a much more like solid steel, reinforced security type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what were the 3 choices you picked for your burglar move?
Get in undetected, find what you were after, because I feel like I need to find what door I'm after.
Mm-hmm.
Which is worse, not getting out undetected or not leaving a mess?
Worse or more interesting?
Yes. The answer to that question is yes.
What was the second option?
Get out undetected or don't leave a mess.
I mean, we've been leaving messes.
I also feel like those are kind of the same thing. Like, if you leave a mess, you're going to be detected.
Yeah, it's like leaving a mess is like, I'll eventually get detected versus...
Getting detected is more immediate.
Yeah, more immediate. Okay. So then I'm going to say get out undetected, but we do leave a mess. I think we're just going to leave a lot of messes until it dog piles.
Yeah, sure.
A big pile of mess.
Yeah, a big pile of mess.
Getting higher and higher until it falls down on top of us.
Breaking everything in your path. And this poor man, this poor man who did nothing to y'all.
Oh, he's rich. He'll survive.
You are trying to figure out, okay, how do I identify the doors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's no marking on the doors, but you get the idea that maybe it's not so much tied to the door as it is tied to the keypad. And the keypad is just a little plastic thing on the wall that's like wired in.
Right.
So in terms of find what you were after, you have Vanessa come over and she uses her cat claws to sort of like pry the cover of this thing off and like open it up from its housing on the wall. And on the back side of this keypad where you can type in the numbers and now the wires are all sort of spooling out, you see a serial number on the back of this security thing. So if you match that security number if you match that serial number up to one of the static numbers on the tablet that Fig found, you gather that's probably your best bet at guessing the code correctly.
Yeah, and so she'll enter the corresponding code. Beep! And suck in a breath and hope that nothing goes wrong.
Mm-hmm. The door opens and a smoke screen sort of pours out of the room that you're trying to get into and doesn't quite fill the stairwell, but it's enough to be like, whoa, a bunch of smoke just poured out of that room.
Yeah.
But it dissipates and nothing seems to happen. And if you peer into this room, we'll describe our first room. Second room. First floor? First elevator? Anyway.
The first landing?
Yeah. This room, you see several straight square columns, which are spread out across an otherwise very simple layout. The columns appear to be more of that solid, dark stone material, except for a section that starts about 4 feet off the ground and then is 3 feet high, so ending at like a 7-foot height, and then more dark stone above that. And these sections in sort of adult viewing height are glass cases containing various artifacts and objects, which are sort of suspended within the clear glass and floating, very slowly rotating like some sort of display or trophy. There is a door across the room and the one you are entering from, and nothing else. And again, this room is in the shape of like a quarter of a pie, with the other door towards the center.
The door opens up. We all peer inside, see all these floating objects. Valentine very quietly goes, "Don't touch anything." She looks very pointedly at Vanessa.
Yeah. Vanessa grins and she says,
I can keep my eyes on the prize, Captain. You don't have to worry about me taking any extra party favors.
And she will start to head into the room.
She's gonna put a hand on her shoulder and say, "Hold the fuck up."
As you grab her shoulder and stop her from entering the room, the floor that's just in front of her drops away. And there is darkness beneath. And she sort of paused there with like a foot hanging over it and says,
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. More like incredibly annoying.
I will say this section of floor is quite large. It's like a 10-foot section of the room, just away. But she will turn back to you and gently like remove your hand from her shoulder. And she says,
Don't give your pretty face crow's feet, Valentine. I can handle this.
Ugh.
And she sort of does that thing that cats do when they're about to pounce.
Ugh.
Crouches down in like the doorway of the stairwell. And she's like,
Wish me luck.
and she will go to leap over the pit trap that you prevented her from falling in. And as she is sort of in like the height of her jump arc, sailing through the air and begins to come down towards the other side of this pit trap, you see she kind of twists in the air to smile at you, Valentine, and she calls it back. She says, "See, no problem." And the next 10 feet of floor falls away as well, where she was going to land. Shit, fuck! And plummets.
She plummets?
She's gone in the darkness.
Can I help her out?
What would you like to try, Cole?
Like, if I notice the floor going out while she's in the air?
It's very quick. This is going to be a very tough thing to do, but if you want to try.
Can I throw my own arm?
Ooh, okay. Yes, you may. Act under pressure.
Okay. Act under pressure is cool, so I get +1. That's 8 on the die, that's a 9.
9, mixed success.
Ooh.
I need to know a little bit about Cole's sensory systems. How advanced would you say they are?
Which senses?
Touch.
I don't know. I don't know that Cole necessarily feels pain, but I think they can like tell if things are like hot or cold, and like they can tell if there's like I think if there's like electricity going through things, they can probably feel that.
Okay. You're sending your arm,
Detaching it.
Yeah, from like
elbow, forearm down.
Basically just like whips their hand at
Okay.
like
It flies out of the sleeve
yeah.
towards Vanessa, and she disappears into the dark. Your arm goes after her into the dark, and it's gone.
And I can't like do the thing that pulls it back.
You go to pull it back, and nothing returns.
Cool.
I think Cole just looks for a second, leans down over the pit, like where they're standing, just goes, "Oh no."
There's just an audible sigh from Valentine. She goes, idiot.
Can I still feel my hand?
Nope.
All right.
Wait, like he retracts it back and he can't feel it?
No, it doesn't come back.
He can't retract it. It doesn't come back. It goes into the darkness after Vanessa, and when he goes to be like, now come back to me, nothing comes back.
It's like out of Bluetooth range.
Oh my God.
Y'all ready for my Tomb of Horrors?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Could I take out like some coin or rock or some little thing that Kai has on her and like drop it down into like the blackness and like just listen, see how far it falls?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you know what? Roll read a bad situation.
Okay.
This is a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, depending on the perspective. 7. I'm wondering what's most vulnerable to me. Like, I'm wondering if I go into this darkness, can I tell, like, is there poisonous gas? Because, I mean, my intention of doing this is to figure out how far down this goes.
I'll say this. You drop the coin, and I think we will reveal now Kai is a shifter. As we see your golden eyes sort of watch this coin as it glints and tumbles into the dark. And you see, it is not that the light obscures the coin as it falls. Once it passes the threshold of where the floor once was, you see the coin very quickly because it's moving at the speed of tossing a coin. But your honed shifter senses zoom in on this moment, and you see as the coin just is like disintegrated as it passes into the dark.
Has anyone dealt with disintegration? Kai says aloud.
Fig looks up from their phone where they're playing Tetris now and goes, "What?"
Valentine, this is a room you have done before. You did not trigger the pit traps.
Nope.
Because you were careful.
Yeah.
And used the columns to traverse it, is how you know how to get across this room without dealing with whatever's going on with the floor here.
Mm-hmm.
How far are the columns from us?
The columns are at each corner of these 10-foot by 10-foot sections of this room.
So it's like 10 feet away from us.
Yes. To the first column. And then but you have a 20-foot hole in the floor ahead of you that Vanessa triggered just by like walking in here.
So you and I had talked about the form that I can take. It's quite big.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we've discussed about how long.
Why don't you describe what you're about to do? Because I have an idea what you're imagining.
Kai mentions disintegration because that's kind of what she saw this coin do. And her human form was once there, but then suddenly there is this very large, giant-ass snake.
Mm-hmm.
That's like deep emerald green, still has the golden eyes. Probably not noticeable here, but I think is an important trait to notice is one fang is missing.
Mm.
And she kind of pushes her body out and tries to get to one of these columns and hopes to maybe make some sort of bridge.
With your long constrictor snake body, yeah, if you've ever seen snakes in the zoo or in wildlife photography, they can extend their long neck way out before they need to hit something in order to grab a hold of. So yeah, you can reach out and coil around one of the columns, and there's still plenty of you left extending back to the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I can imagine, I guess I don't know if the columns are like against the wall, but wrapping like around and can look back at them.
Yeah, imagine this room, again, it's a quarter of a pie.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a grid on the floor, 10 foot by 10 foot, and in each intersection point, there is a column. So there's many columns, again, with these trophies in them. So it has like a museum display kind of a feel, just a lot more of them, evenly spaced apart.
Yeah.
It's meticulous as fuck. Valentine will kind of climb up, sort of balance on Kai like a balance beam, and start working her way across to the first column.
Mm-hmm.
She's keeping the iPad with her, so hopefully Fig will follow. She did not give it back to them.
Fig is into Tetris now,
Mm-hmm.
totally absorbed.
Mm.
So there's a bunch of these columns. Is there like a second? Because the room is radial. Is there one that is like the same distance from where we started as the one they're going to?
Yeah, there's two.
Yeah.
And Kai picked one off to the left, we'll say, and there's one off to the right, 10 feet apart.
All right. Can Cole jump to that one?
Yeah.
Because how sturdy do these things look?
They are made of the same dark stone as like the stairwell that you were in. So pretty sturdy.
Okay. Because I think Cole does some math in their head and figures that stone thing can probably take my weight. I don't know that this snake could.
Sure.
But also doesn't want to just like launch his whole body at a thing that has the other people on it.
Yeah.
Very considerate.
You would probably be wary of like aiming for the glass portion of the column, but the top part, because again, 4 feet from the floor is column of stone, then like 3 feet of glass, then more stone column up into the ceiling, which is like maybe 10 feet high.
Yeah.
And I will say that like when you look at the dark opening where the floor had fallen away, the columns do seem to like descend down into that space, whatever it is. So you gather that like whatever these are made of, they're like guarded against damage maybe in some way. A lot of like the structure of this place seems enchanted to withstand compromises to its integrity.
All right.
Except that one door.
Except that
Except
one
that one
door.
Yeah, Cole's gonna jump to the other one.
Okay, I think that's an act under pressure.
All right.
What do you think, Valentine? Do you think you need to roll to climb a snake?
No? I'm going to say no.
I don't think so either. It's a big snake.
It'd be one thing if I was like climbing upwards. It's another thing to just be balancing on it like a balance beam. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I imagine like pretty girthy around like the sides or whatever. So like,
Ooh, she's thick.
yeah,
I was waiting for someone to say
it's a big ass snake.
Okay. Yeah, act under pressure, Cole. We'll get you leaping to this other column. Fig, what's your plan?
I was going to say, are you taking Fig with you, Cole?
If Fig jumps on Cole's back, he's not gonna take them off.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Fig looks around, kind of
Your options are climb the snake that hates you or ride with the robot.
that age-old proverb.
Yeah.
You make eye contact with my golden eyes, and my tongue just like goes out.
Flicks out. Oh, Lord.
Why did you drop me into the disintegration pit? It's in my nature.
Well, Cole, uppies?
Not uppies. Oh, boy.
Cole just stares at you because like that might not mean anything to them. They're just like, you know what? They look up and then look back at you, and just like their eyes kind of narrow for a second. They go,
I do not understand.
Oh, are you cool with me hopping on your back? Just turn around.
Cole turns around.
I jump on your back.
You can piggyback onto Cole. All right, how we do on act under pressure?
That's a 10 on the dice plus 1. That's 11.
Woo.
Nicely done. I think now that we have established the danger and you have proven that your body is capable of making the jump, Cole, Fig just has to hold on tight. And Kai, you can sort of snake traverse these columns with Valentine following along on your back.
How does Val stay on? Like, are you standing in like surfer, or do you like these are my words. Mount her like a dragon.
For funsies, the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natalie, would you let me roll investigate a mystery now that I'm in my snake form? And I'm wondering, with a snake's great sense of smell, aka their tongue, can I like smell any like death in this room? Like, I highly doubt as a meta that you're gonna just vaporize Vanessa.
You don't know.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Would you let me roll?
Maybe I'm setting the stakes for how fucking dangerous this place is.
So one hell of a mistake.
Hey, Meridian, one of your faves died. Okay, thanks. Please pay me.
If you want to roll investigate a mystery, yeah.
Okay. That's gonna be a 3.
Oof.
You don't smell anything in this room.
Neat.
It smells sterile and clean.
Ew.
Okay, cool. Cool. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you get on a 3.
Mark that experience, I guess.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yes. Heck yeah.
And in fact, You reveal some information to the monster or whoever you're talking to. The keeper can ask questions.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Let's flash back for a moment. In memoriam. As you are passing through this room, Kai, you think back and recall how you ended up on this job in the first place through your contact with Vanessa and the Meridian. And we will cut briefly to a scene of Vanessa approaching you at a bar somewhere. She sits down and says, "You're a sight for sore eyes."
I wish that I could say the same.
Oh, is that any way to greet an old friend, especially after that last bit of information I was able to get you?
Only if you have more information.
I might, but everything comes with a price, darling.
And what's yours?
We've got a job we're putting together. Meridian's making a big move. Thought maybe you'd want to be a part of it.
And she slides over a little dossier on her phone that shows probably a picture of Valentine and some of the other candidates for this job. And she says, "It's a break-in on Harkness."
Being that it mentions the other people who are on the job, Kai's eyes brighten with rage.
Valentine's in charge of team composition. I'm just here delivering the invite.
But once the job is done,
then I will go to work for you. We can find where your poor baby brother has gone missing to.
Can I get you a drink?
She sits down and says,
"You can buy me whatever you like, darling, as long as it's expensive."
And we see she will actually sit down at the bar with you. Her long black cattail will swish and curl around your leg.
I hate her. I hate her so much.
All right. So we come out of that flashback having established Kai's reasons for being part of this job in the first place, which is, I think, a thing that I did not plan to include, but I think will be fun if we can get little snippets like that for everyone else as well. So you make it to the next door, and I like the image of Valentine sitting cross-legged on Kai's big snake head and just using the keypad to unlock this door.
Yes.
That is absolutely what happens.
You pry this one off the wall, get the serial number, beep, beep, beep. Door opens up, and there's a hallway ahead. Just beyond this door is a circular section with a sort of geometric tiled pattern with doors on the left and right of this circle, and then a hallway that goes across what looks to be about the length of the room you were just in. So with your spatial awareness, you'd put together that that's the other radius of the central tower that you now have to walk across. I can draw it if it's
Please and
difficult.
thank you. I'm sorry. My brain is having a hard time keeping up.
I'm sorry, adventurers. You just got to imagine a pie, and there are 3 doors at the center and one other direction. The 4th direction is a hallway that goes to the edge of the pie. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you can't keep describing a pie without serving pie by the end of this.
Yeah, I would like some compensation in the form of pie.
We will maybe reward everyone with pie or pizza, a crepe, a fruit tart.
I want pie. I want a dessert pie.
Okay, I'll look into it. Is that enough? Do you need me to draw it?
No, please draw it. I'm so sorry.
All right, hang on. Let me get a marker.
You gotta keep the whiteboard right next to your desk.
I don't have a whiteboard. Well, I do have a whiteboard, but it's nailed to my wall.
There's a whiteboard in Zoom.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
How do I do? Oh, look at that whiteboard.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at that. Hey.
That's nifty.
Hey, I can draw too.
Thanks, Zoom. Okay, so here's... Oh, God. How do we undo? All right, it's going to be messy. Here we go. So here's our pie.
Uh-huh.
Here's the stairwell you were just in the column outside. And...
Okay.
Mm.
Oh.
So you're in this room, and this is the area you just opened the door to, and there's a door here, and a hallway like that.
Oh, so the doorway we opened is in the middle.
Yes.
Okay, and so we're looking at a quadrant.
You were in a quadrant. You have now gotten to the center point of the tower, and there are doors to your left and right, and a hallway ahead that just seems to go out to the outer edge of the ring.
Okay, got it. This makes way more sense now. Cool.
I'm glad it helped.
So we have to pick straight, left, or right.
Okay.
Or if you just want to open all the doors and then just peek and see what's inside.
Well, I will say, I think the door from the hallway down, you can see there are stairs over there.
Up or down?
Going up.
Then that's the way that we're going.
And notably, not down. Like, there are no stairs that go down. It's just another stairway that goes up.
Yeah.
And Valentine, you could relay this to the crew, actually, in the moment here.
Oh, yeah, sure. There's technically only one set of staircases. Just one goes between each floor. One way down, one way up. And that is our way up. And she kind of nods her head in the direction of the stairs, all the way at the end of the hall.
Oh, good.
But something about this feels off. I mean, I know that the first room is supposed to be the most booby-trapped, but something about this just feels off. It's just a single hallway. It feels too simple.
So let's just send the machine down first.
The doors to left and right. Are there any glyphs or anything like that on them?
There are keypads, so they match the door that you broke in to get in and the door you just opened to get out of the room you were in.
Okay.
Fig hops off of Cole and goes, "Thanks for the ride, you big lug nut."
I contain many lug nuts.
Have you ever heard of a pun? Ugh, never mind.
I have. It is a type of joke.
We no longer have no floor, correct? There's a floor.
The center circular platform you're on that leads to the 3 doors and then the hallway, yeah, that is a floor. You are past the room where the floor disappears.
Kai will incline and kind of slide or hint for Valentine to.
Yeah, she scoots. She's gone.
And then she'll transform back into her human shape.
What's it look like? I know we described a gold shimmer, but do you have a more description of what your transformations look like?
I almost feel like either ends of the snake kind of comes together and then ploop.
Yeah, it sort of just becomes light and then reforms in a human form.
Yeah.
More Sailor Moon or Pokemon evolving than grotesque eldritch horror.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
We don't need to get into any of that stuff.
Yeah.
We'll go magical crime snake and
Yes.
not the alternative.
Yes. So we're just gonna leave her and just continue up.
Leave who? Oh, where's Vanessa?
Completely missed it. Was playing Tetris the whole time.
Well, unless you have any magical capabilities to get her back, we have to keep moving.
She's your boss.
She's not my boss.
Fig puts a hand on Valentine's shoulder and says, "I'm really sorry for your loss."
She just literally brushes their hand off. I'm not concerned about it. She does not like Vanessa at all.
Right.
She does not like her.
Do you like anyone?
No. She likes money.
Fair.
Fig is sort of muttering to themselves "Good job, you did a sympathy. They say you're not good at sympathy, and you did a sympathy."
Oh my God. Okay. The player brain in me is we got to check every door because there are 2 keypads. Does anybody have any opinions on that? Because my goblin brain is open all of the doors. But then the other side of my brain is one of those has a trap. Absolutely.
I mean, you could read a bad situation on a door, and then somebody else could read a bad situation on the other door.
You are so valid for that, Natalie.
You would have to crack both of the keypads open to open those doors and look into that room to see what was in there.
My thought is that if our job's to get to the top of the tower, then
Don't let things distract us.
I don't know. I guess Fig is prone to getting distracted.
You can crack the doors open if you want. I'm not going to say you can't, but I will. I have described that the hallway leads to a set of stairs.
Yeah, hallway leads to a set of stairs. The thing is, right? We don't know exactly where this precious artifact of his is. It could be on the 4th floor. It could be behind one of these doors. It could be literally anywhere because this is his tower. This is his home. And specifically, Natalie did not mention where we would potentially find the talisman.
Nope.
She very specifically kept that hidden.
I think we should look in one of the doors.
I also think we should look at one of the doors.
Hey, Natalie?
Yeah.
The first room we went through had a bunch of display cases in it.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a talisman in any of them?
damn it.
I just didn't check, but
The classic hide in plain sight.
we did look in a room that is all artifacts.
We took down the door, but we didn't check.
That is true. We did not check the trophy room.
If you want to look back in that room, the door is open. You can look back and look in those cases.
The other problem is like not even knowing what the talisman looks like. Like we don't even know what it looks like.
It's not labeled talisman.
It's probably not.
Why did we take this job?
It's a real difficult job.
Well, we've already established Kai is desperate for information on her missing brother. So
Yeah.
everyone must have other reasons they would take such a suicide squad mission.
Valentine owes a fucking favor.
Yep.
Fig, if I just break this keypad, will it set off alarms?
Probably.
Definitely.
Wait, let me retake that. I don't know.
Looking at Valentine. Do you want me to break this door?
Don't break it. And she's just gonna like scoot past her, lean over and just kind of like pry open the keypad with her mechanical hand, or her artifice hand, I should say.
Yeah, you can crack the case and then look at the code on the back.
Yeah. Look at the serial number, checks the corresponding code, quickly enters it,
Mm-hmm.
takes a slight step back, and looks into the room.
Which, is this the left or the right?
Miah, you pick.
Left.
Okay. You open the door on your left. It opens. More smoke screen sort of pours out and fills this round space that you're in at the center of this tower. But a lot of it funnels down the hallway and back into the room you were just in. And you look into this other room and you see what looks like a rock garden. And strewn throughout are several skeletons that are completely black. And there is a door across, the room, this time outwards to the outside of the tower as opposed to inwards.
Is there like a closed door button?
Yeah, you can close the door.
Just very quietly, she reaches over. Boop.
It closes.
No. 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 Turns around, goes to the door on the right.
Okay.
Just these, I'm sorry, it's the spooky pitch black skeletons for me in a rock garden.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
There's a flamethrower in there for
Absolutely.
sure. Look, Natalie, you're very clever, but we're all scared of the fire, of the death fire.
I'm just describing the rooms. This is Harkness's design. I'm not.
And who designed Harkness?
These freaking crime lords, they've got their own aesthetics. I will tell you.
Yep.
What's on the right-hand door? What's in there?
You open that one. Again, smoke screen pours out. Now you're like coughing a little bit. So much of this, like it's
just dusty.
His dry ice budget is insane.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
This room contains. You can make me invent things on the spot.
You put extra doors.
I didn't expect you to open the doors.
Why would you open the doors? I put a perfectly good hallway in front of you.
I'm thorough, okay? You should ask Vinny how the murder mystery campaign went. I checked everything.
Yep, that's fair. Hey, we're an hour and 40 minutes in. This is why I asked if everyone is okay if we made this a 2-shot. I think this room is pretty empty. Roll investigate a mystery.
Oh boy.
Could I help out?
Oh, please do.
We'll see how they roll first.
Okay.
Maybe it'll be all right. I rolled a 13 again. I shit you not. I got a 6 and a 5 again.
Dang.
Okay. Doing great.
The questions are, what's in the room? Where's the amulet?
I wish. Okay, I get to hold 2. What is being concealed here for sure?
Yeah. You want that one first?
Yes.
Let's break this one up. First of all, do you go in the room at all? Or are you just looking?
I don't like how you asked me that question, man.
That's
real.
I need to know.
No. She's just looking.
I want to go in.
From the doorway. She's just looking.
All right. You open this door. Val's looking in. Kai, are you going in?
Yeah, fuck it.
I swear to God, if you disintegrate.
Okay. Kai walks into that room. Nothing happens when Kai walks into that room.
Uh-huh.
Valentine, you see as you like peer through the doorway, on the walls and ceiling of this room, there's like a metallic mesh, like with like many holes about like 2 to 3 inches in it.
Okay.
That's just sort of up against the wall here.
Metallic mesh. Like a net?
No, like
A Faraday cage?
Fence?
like an extremely large cheese grater.
Oh, Lord.
And when Kai steps in, you hear some like mechanical rumbling. And out of the Swiss cheese holes in the wall and ceiling, spikes shoot out and the walls start to close in.
Oh, okay.
The door's still open, right?
Mhm.
How?
So I could just jump back out?
Mhm.
Maybe we should not check any more doors.
I know Cole's going to investigate a mystery, but while they were looking in the doors, can I have gone down the hallway and gone up the stairs?
You can go down the hallway and start going up the stairs. I want to resolve Cole first, then we'll check in with you, Fig.
Yes.
So, Cole, you're looking back at the room you guys just traversed.
Yeah.
And we could say, like, you investigating what was in those columns was sort of happening as you were leaping from column to column, since that's how you got across the room. So roll investigate a mystery for me here.
Well, that's no good.
Uh-oh.
That's 1 on both die.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Plus sharp is a 3.
Take some experience.
All right. Well, that's a fail. I think, Cole, as you were like leaping from the columns, you were like analyzing these different artifacts. And do you have any abilities that let you like sense magic and that sort of thing?
Is that a thing like a construct in your wall would be able to do? If so, then yes. They were built for this kind of stuff.
Right.
I can specify, I guess, whether or not he can. If he could, it would just be like, is there magic? Not what magic is this? It's like, is there a current here? Yes, I can tell there's a current here.
Yeah.
I don't know anything more about it besides the fact that it exists here.
I think the magic you discover on these columns, at least, is a warding, but not a warding in like, don't detect what is in here. It's more to protect from damage. And like the glass is warded in that way. And we could even say that like, as you're leaping from column to column, there's a moment where you misjudge the weight or Fig shifted on your shoulders in a weird way, such that you like didn't hit the column at the right height and you just like slammed into the glass portion and expected to like smash through it and cause a bunch of, not have anything to grab onto at that point. But you hit the glass and it was just as solid as the stone. And the object within it didn't even move at all. So I think what you gather from that is if the talisman is in one of those, it would take a lot of spell work to disenchant that column, to then get it out, to then have to do all of that without standing on the floor, because there would be no floor at that point. And I think we probably should establish what this talisman, well, would you know what it looks like? I don't think Meridian had that info, right, Valentine?
Sorry, what info?
What the talisman looked like?
No, we do not.
And I don't think you would know.
No, because I don't think Meridian himself knew either.
Right. It was just sort of go try and find this thing for me as sort of a Hail Mary. We got to get Harkness on my side.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you mostly focused on not losing any other parts of you, Cole, and didn't spend too much time contemplating whether the first room would have the prize that you're looking for.
That's fair. While Val and Kai were looking in the other rooms, I think Cole also would have just like gone for the staircase like Fig did.
As you get to this staircase, Fig, you were first, right? I'm going to have you roll act under pressure.
Sure.
It'll just turn into a slide. It's probably fine.
Okay, the dice saved me. I rolled a 5 plus 3, which is an 8.
Okay. As you're headed up the stairs, you probably hear Valentine and Kai messing with the other rooms, being like, nope, never mind. We're not dealing with that. And you turn back just in time to stop yourself and sort of like throw your hands up against the walls of this stairwell as spikes, similar to the room that you all just abandoned, begin to in the stairwell.
Oh, God damn it.
These spikes are extending and retracting at random points within this stairwell, and they just sort of like pop out, pop back in, pop out, pop back in. And you manage to stop yourself before you get fully like impaled on one, Fig. But I will say, you throw your hand out and one comes out and sort of like glances right between your like thumb and pointer finger.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll take 1 harm from that.
Okay, when I'm immortal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't age or sicken, and when I take harm, I take 1 harm less.
Okay. Describe how that looks as you are hurt and then not.
Are these like coming out of the wall, or are they shooting? Are they firing out of the wall?
They're not firing. They're just coming out of the wall and then retreating back in where they came from.
Let's see. I probably achieved this ability through some kind of deal with some sort of ancient, powerful being. So would you feel like, based on the things I have made deals with, that this would be more of like a healing factor or more of like a luck kind of thing? What do you think this looks like?
I think it looks... okay, right. Yeah, backstory.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. This is fun. This actually is a very fun setup. So you get stabbed in the hand by one of these spikes. And when it pulls away, we see you kind of look at that hand. We see on the interior of Fig, where like would be blood and stuff, is just smoldering embers.
Ooh.
And I will say, your vision gets a little cloudy and you pass out and sort of crumple onto the stairs.
I think before I lose consciousness, I'm looking at this happen to my hand, and I just kind of say, "Nifty!"
Oh my God.
And then I fall.
Cole, as you're putting your head in, you see these spikes now, creating a harrowing obstacle course up these stairs. And Fig gets stabbed by one after dodging one that would have hurt him much worse, but then he seems to sort of get woozy and crumples against the stairs.
I'm going to step out onto the stairs and just pick up Fig and take a step back out into the hallway.
Why don't you roll protect someone?
I think that'll do it. It's an 11.
An 11? Fig is like a little ways up the stairs, so you do have to like go up these stairs. And I like the idea of this like powerful construct just sort of walking, and we hear ping, 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 as these, spikes just slam into your metal exterior, get blunted, and then like get pulled back to retract, and then they get like stuck. And we hear like snapping as like they try to pull themselves all the way back and then like rip the housing off, and the spike kind of ting, 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 ting. So you walk your way up these stairs, pick Fig up and sort of cradle them in your arms, then walk back down more. Ping, 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 ping. The spikes are all just sort of mangled and bent and sort of like glitching against the stone of the wall. And you meet Valentine and Kai as they come running down the hallway.
It's like holding Fig against my chest. I'm just gonna kind of turn them and put them down, like hold them so they're upright. But for me, this my hand is like down by my waist, holding them around their whole body with one hand.
Yeah.
They passed out.
God fucking damn it.
Darn.
Valentine walks up to Fig being held by Cole in midair, or is he like cradled?
He's got him like on the shoulders. I don't think your hand can reach around his torso. That would make you monstrously huge, Cole.
I'm just checking.
I also thought Fig was small.
Fig's like pretty thin, pretty wiry.
But like human sized, right? You're not like a gnome.
I'm still regular human size.
Yeah.
All right. Goes up to Fig, puts her hands on their face, and just like checks and sees if they're breathing, and then just smacks them on the face, tries to wake them up.
So you see that they are alive and breathing. They look like they're asleep.
Uh-huh.
And if you slap them, you come around Fig, but you're like loopy. It's like hard to keep your eyes open. You feel like you've been drugged.
I didn't take the pies off the window. Mommy, I swear, I promise.
Wake up.
I am awake. I just didn't take the pies.
Scarecrow, wake the fuck up.
Don't take away my Game Boy.
Maybe try and hit him again?
They are like conscious, but like you can tell they're under the influence of something, Valentine.
Ugh.
This is a consequence of my actions.
And I will say, Valentine, you also see that like their hand has this hole in it with the embers, but it is closing slowly.
What in the fuck? I'm going to say Valentine brought the book with her.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to flip through it for like some kind of like antidote spell. Like he's acting like he's drugged. It's hard as this fucking tower. this has got to be some magical bullshit.
I mean, you can see the spikes that Cole has sort of destroyed the first half of by not being a flesh creature.
Yeah.
And, many of them are twisted against the wall. Some are just like hanging on the ground. Like, you could inspect those too if you wanted. But if you're just trying to cast an antidote, then use magic.
I will check the spikes that Cole destroyed first. Thank you very much.
There's something on them. They're laced with like a gel or like, some kind of slickness. Describe to me exactly how you examine them.
I think she's going to using her artifice hand.
Mm-hmm.
Did she ever get her pinky back? I don't think she did.
You've got a replacement.
Okay.
It's like a different color.
Yeah, doesn't match. It's really awkward.
But you've got one.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
This is nothing. This is just me inserting some Storyteller Squad silliness. But it's a pinky that like Trixie got for you.
Uh-huh.
And she put like a little like Snoopy Band-Aid on it and handed it. It's like a little like,
oh my fucking God.
Hey, I found this for you.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, swipes up like a little bit of the gel with the pinky finger, because we can always get a replacement. That's the easiest one to replace. And just kind of like takes a closer look at whatever that is.
Yep.
Maybe like smells it a little bit. Like is being so careful, is being so cautious.
You've dealt with jobs where you've had to like knock people out or where you've like laced someone's drink. This is a sleep, inducing agent. So that like even if someone were to get hit by one of these spikes but make it up the stairs, they would collapse and fall asleep shortly after.
Got it. Okay. She's gonna check the book for like energy boosting, something to wake somebody up, like anti-sleep magic, things like that.
There's an anti-venom, one of the, literally in the book, it says cure a disease or poison as one of the options, so.
Yeah, okay, so I will use magic and try to, good luck to me, it's gonna be a straight roll.
Okay.
Because I am using the book this time.
Mm-hmm.
Goes great.
Looks like it went real well, huh? How'd we do?
I leveled up. Let's put it that way.
Yay! Amazing! Hey, I love looking at it from that perspective.
I don't want to go to school today, Mommy. I want to stay home and bake cookies with you.
Oh, this is fun. This is so
This
fun.
is fucking hysterical.
When you fail at use magic, everything goes to hell.
Mommy, I'm scared. I'm afraid.
We haven't really done a lot with Valentine's magic yet to like define it other than it being not very reliable.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the whole thing, She's on her own magical journey. She's using other people's magic. It doesn't work for her.
You try to cure or cast this like restoration spell on Fig.
Mm-hmm.
And when your magic goes to affect them, you get like a flash in your mind of fire and then blasting sandy winds. And then fire again, and then sandy winds, and then stone, like impacting with itself, and then fire, and then red lightning, and then sand winds, and then stone, and then fire. And this like strobe effect reverberates back into your mind, Valentine, and you also now are feeling like, oh shit. And so you will take 1 harm, ignore armor, and the spell does not affect Fig.
Yeah, she flinches back and puts a hand to her head and goes, what the fuck was that? Oh, God.
Kai, you see that Valentine has a nosebleed.
You have something on your face.
Helpful. Thank you so much.
Fig is up on their feet loosely and still kind of loopy, but the stairs lead onward.
All right.
But only half of the hallways spike things are destroyed because of Cole, right?
Yeah, you would have to send Cole up the stairs again to probably take the brunt of that in order for y'all to traverse this set of stairs safely.
All right, here's what we're going to do. Tin Man, you lead the way up. Dorothy, carry Scarecrow. Let's get this over with.
I am not made of tin.
And then just turns and walks up the stairs.
Am I supposed to be Dorothy, or is that them?
Scary Carecrow? What?
You seem like you're capable of figuring it out. Then she's just going to follow after Cole.
All right.
And yes, that was weirdly a compliment.
Yeah. I was like,
Okay. More pinging and crunching and metal twisting as Cole, just not a care in the world, walks up and is attempted to be impaled several times, but brushes it off. Your clothes have been pin-cushioned a little bit, but you are fine.
Yeah, there's holes in the coat.
Oh, You'll have to bill Valentine. Do you really need me to carry you?
Sorry, still a little woozy. You can carry me if you want to, though.
No, I don't. I mean, unless you want me to carry you and my mouth is a snake, I could do that.
Oh, dip. I can still walk, though, right? Or do I need to be carried?
You could stumble your way up the stairs clumsily if you want in your half-drugged state.
No, thanks. I'll stumble.
Great.
All right. Cool. Valentine, Kai, followed by Fig, bringing up the rear as you sort of all fours crawl your way up the stairs, Kung Fu Panda style.
I'm behind Fig. I'm amused and I'm watching them crawl up these stairs.
Okay.
You're so nice, Kai.
They say not helping at all.
Oh, keep crawling.
You get to the next door at the top of these stairs, Valentine, and at this point, you've pretty much got the method of unlocking these down, so you can crack the security panel open if you want.
She's going to look back to make sure that the other two made it up the stairs, much to her own chagrin, and then she will turn and unlock the door.
Okay. You open this door. More of that mist pours out. And we have made it to the second level.
We leveled up, guys.
The mist hits you when you open the door, but the area beyond is full of lush greenery. It's an impressive greenhouse of some sort with all manner of plants carefully arranged in plots that allow for winding paths to snake between and through them. The air in here is cool and damp, and the plants all have a light dew on their foliage. And once again, you can see sort of peering through the trees and the plants here, a door leading in back towards the center of the tower. And this is another quadrant pie-shaped room.
Mm-hmm.
And on the edges of this room are windows, which are grated over, but they are letting in sunlight and a view of some sort of treetop canopy, which is a little out of place considering there are no trees surrounding the tower. Mm-hmm. And I think we had decided you guys were arriving when it was dark out. So, yeah, that's what you see before you. Hello, adventurers. Thanks for joining us for this special guest-filled mini-arc. After the craziness of the Seattle arc, we wanted to give Valentine some story time of her own, and it was the perfect opportunity to invite some friends to come play with us. You'll hear more about where to find them online and in the world of actual play at the end of the episode. But we've also added their handles in the episode description. Speaking of, you'll also find our promo swap for this week in the notes. We are talking about Proscenium, a TTRPG project in development by Endeavorance. Let's listen to the trailer.
Hello, my name is Endeavorance, and I am building a brand new tabletop role-playing system called Proscenium. Proscenium is designed to be easy to learn, simple to run, and deeply customizable, with core design principles of accessibility, approachability, and inclusivity. Play how you like by customizing the game with your own homebrew, or use the standard setting to tell the best stories together. Proscenium is in early development, with playtesting opportunities on the horizon. It will be available to play for free, on paper or through the Proscenium app, built from scratch, to facilitate playing Proscenium with friends in the standard setting or with your own homebrew content. Learn more at proscenium.game. That's PROSENIUM.game.
You can check out Endeavorance's other work on their YouTube and Twitch channels and on Instagram at IM_Endeavorance. You can find and follow the Storyteller Squad on our socials at Story Squadcast. As Twitter continues to decay, we're seeing a lot of folks migrate to other platforms. So if you're saying goodbye to the former Bird app, RIP, you can check us out on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And our episodes are now automatically published to YouTube. For folks who like YouTube ads, I guess. Anyway, thank you for engaging with us on our socials. It helps our discoverability and makes all the work Mel puts into them feel validated. Hear that, Mel?
I'm going to keep shouting you out in the mid-reels because you deserve it. Thank you for being our social goblin. We also have an announcement about Patreon. There's a full write-up in our Discord server explaining things more in depth. But the TLDR is that Apple's policy changes have forced Patreon to change the way new patrons' pledges are processed. And if you pledge through the iOS Patreon app, you're going to end up paying more money. But creators don't see any of it. It just pays Apple a fee they want. So, in general, we recommend if you aren't already a patron and you decide you'd like to be in the future, subscribe via your web browser on your computer. And that way, you'll save money and your pledge will continue to directly support the artists and creators you love. Thank you to all of you who are able to contribute. We are humbled by your support. As the end of this year approaches, there are 2 more conventions we'll be attending. In a week, I will be at Big Bad Con in San Francisco. Tickets are sold out, but if you'll be there, I would love to say hi. I should have Wendy and Zeke with me most days. Then, in December, the entire squad will be together in one place at PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia. Tickets for that show are still available, and we would love to see you there. All right, I better start packing. After Big Bad, I'm headed to Muir Woods and Yosemite National Park for some much-needed recovery time amongst ancient trees. Take care, adventurers. I'll see you next time.
I'm having a lot of fun, by the way, everyone.
This is a good time.
Same.
Oh, good.
I do apologize for how abrasive Valentine is.
No, you're fine.
This is the story.
She's working on it. She's a work in progress.
I love Valentine. She's fantastic.
This story is about a bunch of, people from the wrong side of the tracks.
I wish I could get her to actually like me.
She will like Cole by the end.
So greenhouse in a tower in the middle of the night.
Yeah, let's jump back in. So, this greenhouse stretches out before you. Hunters? That feels weird to call you that. What can we call this group? Oh, I had a thing. What the heck we made a whole joke about it in the thread. What was it?
Fuck.
Say hi, ridiculous rogues.
Ridiculous rogues. That's right. So, my rogues, what do you do?
I would like to start stumbling around looking for a plant that could cure what ails me.
Okay. Roll Investigate a Mystery as you walk into this room.
All right. That's a 9.
Okay. One question.
I would like to know what can hurt it, as in which of these plants can hurt the thing that is in my bloodstream.
Okay. So everyone else, are you following Fig into the room as they sort of stumble forward, just like, plants?
As per usual, Valentine is hanging back because Harkness has clearly changed some things since the last time that she was here.
Mm-hmm.
She's just hanging back.
Cole walks in as well, but isn't following Fig to look at plants. Just we can see the door. So I'm going to go that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How thick with brush and whatnot is it?
I mean, there's a lot of growth in here, but it is all contained within little stone mulched garden things, but they're not neatly done in rows. It's if you've ever been to a botanical greenhouse, there's that windy shape to it all.
Okay.
So that's what it's like in here.
Okay.
Is my nose still bleeding?
It stopped after.
I completely forgot.
Yeah, you put some pressure on it. It eventually stops. Yeah.
All right.
Kai's gonna go in, but as she walks forward, she's going to transform into her snake form.
Okay.
And I'd like to kind of sort of disappear into the brush.
Okay.
Okay.
Valentine, you're hanging back. You're not in the room yet.
She's standing in the doorway.
Okay. You see Fig sort of stumbles around and their foot steps on one of the stones in the path.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a little click and the door starts to close.
Behind me?
The one you're standing in.
Fuck.
Don't split the party. Don't split the party, Val.
Do you go into the stairwell or go into the room?
No, she's getting into the fucking room and she just goes, God damn it.
You leap and don't get crushed by the doors, but the doors do close.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Fig doesn't even know what they did. Fig is just vibing.
Fig is crawling around in a planter of moss and clover. It's like catnip. Whee!
Listen, poisons are made from plants. The plant that cures this poison should be maybe here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything else start to happen in the room once the doors close?
No.
Okay. Is there a keypad on this side of the door?
Yes, but it is like powered off.
Neat.
Fuck. What do you mean it's powered off?
Meaning like the keypad here is not lit up like the others are.
No, yeah. It's bad news. That's all I'm saying. It's bad fucking news.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To answer your question, Fig, what plant will cure the poison here? I suppose as a folk you would know plants pretty well, having maybe a history of living in the Havens at some point. There's probably an herb here that you could like pick and start to chew on to like clear your senses of this sleep drug.
I like the idea that this takes a minute and that Fig is like putting plants in his mouth and chewing on them and being like, no, that's not right. And then like spitting it out and then trying a different.
Oh no.
Chewing everything.
Because I can barely see because I'm woozy.
Yeah.
So.
Natalie, may I read a bad situation?
Sure.
Okay.
You're looking around. Your team member just hit a click and then a door closed, but that was it. This is weird.
God. Okay. It's a 9. So I get to hold 1. Number 1 question. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? It's an all-time favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch as, or rather, I think you hear the sounds of struggling and a like as Kai, you went off on your own.
In giant snake form.
And we see Kai's giant snake form roll out of one of the gardens, being wrapped up in vines, and several other plants begin to like rise out of the garden and snake tendrils over towards your different party members, Valentine.
Are these like Leshy?
They don't look quite like Leshy, no.
Okay.
Mostly because the one that sort of begins to loom over Fig, actually like, you know, they're sitting there picking things up and chewing on it. And you pick up one leaf and put it in your mouth and chew on it, Fig, and blossoming behind you, this plant that you've like taken a bite out of sprouts a large Venus flytrap monstrous mouth and just and goes to chomp down at you and eat you.
Oh, damn. Can I jump out of the way? Or try to?
For the sake of comedy, I'm gonna say this plant gets you around the waist and has you like in its mouth and struggling. We'll have you try and escape with an act under pressure roll in a little bit.
Cool.
So you see Fig's legs kicking and, you know, yelling as this plant tries to swallow him with its big pitcher mouth. It's very Victory Bell if you know, Pokemon cartoon.
So Natalie, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use read about it situation very often. So there's a thing that says if you act on the answers, you get +1 ongoing while the information is relevant. If I start tagging these things, does that count as the information being relevant? And can I have +1 forward ongoing?
Yeah, I mean, it's clear that the plants in here are not just for decor. They are a problem.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Fig is in the most trouble right now. She's gonna try using magic again. And she's gonna use that good old fireworks spell that she's used a couple of times now.
Okay, sure.
How's your aim?
We'll find out. At least I get a +1 to use magic this time around because I'm acting on information. And plants plus fire usually doesn't go very well together. So like there's something there.
Yeah, sure.
Oh God, okay. That's an 8. So that's
pick a glitch.
Mixed. What's the glitch? What is the glitch?
Glitches are fun.
Glitches are so fun.
There's one I'm praying you choose.
Is it draws immediate unwelcome attention? Is that the one you're hoping for?
It wasn't the one I was hoping for. I can work with it.
The best gift for any GM is problematic side effect.
Yeah.
Problematic side effect is always good.
It's up to you. I'm not gonna say you got it, but
We can do problematic side effects.
no, thank you.
Just as a treat for you, Natalie.
As a treat for me. Hooray.
Just a little nibble.
Amazing.
Gotta feed the DM.
Don't forget to feed your DM or they get cranky.
Delicious. I'm feasting. You cast this fireworks spell. Tons of little sparklers and screaming fireworks shoot out of your hand, the spell circle, I guess, that you conjure them from.
Yeah.
Either way, they begin to throw sparks all over Kai and the vines, encircling her snake form. You see they scatter in front of Cole's feet as the vines were about to go and attack him. And you see one of these fireworks strikes the carnivorous plant that's got Fig in its big toothy mouth. And it sort of like shrieks, and they fall into one of the other beds of the garden. And this creature now turns its attention to you, Valentine. And the other fireworks here are sort of like catching other plants that don't seem to be magically enchanted and like putting little scorch marks on them. A couple like grasses that are clearly ornamental in here catch fire. So there's a lot of mayhem and destruction, as is usual with casting this sort of spell indoors, as you always do.
Hey. I only cast it once indoors so far. Thank you very much.
Sure. Of the 2 times you've cast it, you cast it once indoors and once now. Anyway, Fig, I want to cut to you before I say the problematic side effect. You drop into the garden bed, and luckily, one of the things you chewed on, maybe not the last thing, but at least one of them seems to be helping with your head a little bit. And you sit up just to yells and shouting and plants, just like there's like a walking tumbleweed stick bug creature that just sort of unfolds and is attacking Cole right now. You see Kai is sort of like slithered out of the vines and is now like fighting back in their giant snake form. And Valentine just like lighting this place up with fireworks. And I think we will take a moment. I will not have the rights to any song that I want, but I'm picturing this sort of as like a Guardians of the Galaxy moment where Fig just sort of sits up and like takes stock of like, where am I? How did I get into this? And we will flash back briefly to you being picked up for this job. We see the Meridian's mansion. And a dark car pulls up. Vanessa Black gets out of the driver's side, closes the door, walks over to the trunk as Meridian and 2 of his demon spawn bodyguards are walking down the drive to meet them. And she opens the trunk and sort of hoists a big duffel bag out and puts it on the ground and then unzips it, and we see Fig kind of crawling out of the duffel bag.
Of course.
Yeah, she says to Meridian, "Took me a while to track them down, but I always deliver, don't I?" And Meridian, who's sort of standing there with his hands behind his back, says, "Good to see you, Fig. How was the flight?"
Not the most comfortable accommodations I've ever had, but I guess I got here. Where is here? Why am I here?
We see Meridian walks over, helps you get up. This is a very like dark reddish brown, almost maroon skinned individual with a very neatly trimmed anchor beard and mustache, very nicely coiffed hair, and sort of roiling fiery eyes. And he says, "I've got a job, and it's a bit dangerous, but I know you have debts to pay off. I can put in a good word with our mutual benefactor to sell back some of what you have given up, if you do this for me."
Whew. I guess the bill's come due pretty soon. What's the gig?
It's a robbery. Harkness. We are trying to gain some leverage on him. And I'm going to use my leverage on you to ensure that I have the best team I can.
Flattery will get you everywhere, my friend.
Don't hold back on this one, Fig. If you want to survive, you're going to want to turn up the heat.
You know me. Always focused, head on a swivel, never get distracted.
We see the Meridian laughs, claps his hands together with a wide grin, and says, "Consider yourself hired, Fig." And we see your smiling face as you shake hands. But then it's a harsh and sudden cut from your happy expression back to the present with the look of bewilderment on your grimy, soot-stained face as fireworks are going off around you and total chaos is going on. There's all these animated plants all over the place, and the one that tried to swallow you is now crawling across the ground with grasping roots to try and catch you up again. What do you do?
I sit up, as you say, and I react to all of my co-heisters getting attacked in their way. And I see this thing about to come and attack me again. But then something occurs to me, and before I try to get away, I lay back down again because I realize that on my back, on a flower bed, I had a unique perspective on the room. And I'd like to try and look for an escape route as more of these plants begin to come alive.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, what move is this?
Hopefully, we'll probably read a bad situation, like best way out kind of vibe.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I don't have a specific thing.
Well, if you lie down again and don't move from the spot, I think we see you get swallowed.
Oh my god.
Best way into the flower's mouth.
So your best way out is going to be best way out of this plant. Now I got you in it again.
Okay. Well, if the thing is that close to me, then I will try to get away first.
All right.
And then try to find a way out.
Sure. What maneuver do you pull here, Fig, as this plant is rushing at you?
The plant is big and it's rushing at me. Everybody, okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean, is there anything hanging above me?
I think the ceiling of this place is pretty, there's maybe like some structures that have like heat lamps or like trellises attached to them for vine things to grow upon, but it'd be very high up to leap that far.
Unless you get thrown.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing I can really think of to do, I don't have much in the way of like weaponry.
I was going to say, you see the fireworks are doing a number on the plants that Valentine is fighting against.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just going to try to like roll and finagle like via acrobatics, try to swoop away from this thing. If there's like any kind of obstacle I can put between me and the victory bell, I am going to try to use my smallness to sort of slip between some cracks to put myself in a position where I'm less in danger.
Sure, okay. Act under pressure then.
That's an 11.
This plant goes to envelop you once again with its pitcher-like mouth, and we see the camera sees this plant sort of gobble up Fig once again, but we cut to we pan to the side and see that you have used one of your gifts from your patron to create sort of a double that you could like leave in place and then scurry away from.
Oh, cool.
And so the plant swallows this illusion, but realizes it's nothing and then screams, and the vines start to lash out wildly all over the place. And as you've used this little bit of like quick escape magic, you see that your hand, which had been smoldering before, has healed itself, and there is now just like a little hole in whatever glove you might be wearing.
Awesome. Can I try to use my cover to try and shoot this thing?
Yeah, I think, is that use magic, right? You don't have a gun, do you?
I do have a gun.
Oh, okay.
I have a .38 revolver, thanks to my playbook. It's loud.
Yeah, roll kick some ass.
Hello, that's a 6.
Oh, no. Friendly reminder, you do have that one luck point?
That's true.
Sure.
I'm just bringing it up for your benefit.
Am I able to protect someone?
Sure.
Begrudgingly?
You want to protect Fig, this person you don't like very much?
Yeah, I will.
Begrudgingly.
Okay.
Out of necessity.
Fig, you go to pull that gun out, you fire, you maybe empty the whole clip into this thing, bang, 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 bang. And it's a plant. It doesn't have organs with which to be damaged very much by bullets. And it starts to wrap around you again, your feet. It's a real comedy of errors as you try and escape this odd man-eating flower.
Sure.
Did you want me to roll?
Yeah, roll help out or protect someone.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear gunshots go off, Kai, and see Fig ineffectually trying to shoot a large plant monster.
I rolled a 7. I'm imagining that Kai is kind of like alligator rolling and also using her tail and whatnot to smash down on things.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to crush these plants.
Sure.
And I kind of like the idea of maybe to get Fig out of their predicament, maybe swatting him away so he's out of reach of the plants.
Oh my god.
Okay, your muscular snake tail just bats him to the side, and you can go and fight this plant with the mouth that's snapping at things. You get into a very, like, two serpents fighting and roiling together to try and fight this thing.
Definitely biting it.
Yeah, all right. We've put it off for too long. Val, your problematic side effect.
Yeah.
As you have been casting these fireworks, it's killing a lot of these plant constructs. And you see, however, that as the flames in here spread further and further, that the windows shift.
What do you mean the windows shift, Natalie?
What I mean is, imagine, if you will, a wipe transition, right, in film? Or PowerPoint.
Okay.
A wipe transition starts at one of the windows, or like one end of the windows, because it's in an arc, right? And just sort of covers the whole arc of the window, and it is not daylight streaming in now. For a hot second, it is just dark blue. And then water begins to flood in through the gate that has been providing sunlight. It is now putting out the fire.
Fuck me.
Which is the one weakness that these plants have, and you are all locked in here because the click trap closed the door behind you.
Thanks, Fig.
I was woozy.
Natalie, how much water? Is it gonna flood the whole room? Are we gonna drown?
It is a torrent of water pouring in. You guess very quickly, Valentine, that whatever gate was letting in a view of somewhere else has changed to be a gate of like a lake somewhere.
Great.
And the water is just pouring in.
Neat.
It's up to your knees within seconds.
I love this. I love this so much.
Cool. Let's check in with you. You've been fighting with, as I said, I think a tumbleweed stick bug.
Is it able to, like, actually stop Cole from walking?
I don't know. If you want to attempt to not be pushed over by it, you can certainly do that. But it is trying to, like, come and attack you. You're an intruder.
Is it just, like, stick bug? Does it have, like, claws or something? Or is it just, like, big bug, lots of things?
Yeah, big bug, thorny arms and legs that it's, like, slashing at you with and whatnot. Once again, your metal exterior is sort of protecting you from the worst of it, but, like, you know, it's being annoying, I suppose.
I guess, can I tell what is, like, the core of its body? Like, the part that would have the important bits in it, I guess?
I mean, it's a bug. It's got a thorax of some kind, you know, or like, I suppose technically it's a plant in the shape of a bug, so you're not really sure if it has a central part for organs or if it's more, you know, a full body system.
I think Cole is just going to grab it and then, like, dig his fingers into it, get a good hold of it, just say, bad touch, and put a pulse of electricity through it.
Ooh, okay.
I gave up all my actual weapons, but I do have a move called Hidden Weapon, which I get to use to do damage.
Is it a roll or you just do it? Does it count as an attack or a weapon?
It counts as a weapon. I think I should roll for it. It doesn't specify that I have to, but I think I should.
Okay, yeah, I think it's kick some ass.
Yeah.
As you try and harm this thing.
And oh boy, that's a 7.
Okay. You'll trade some harm. Gosh. I mean, you definitely shock this thing.
So, Shocking Touch does 4 harm.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
And then I have the Purpose Warrior, so I get +1 to all harm I do. So it does 5 harm.
Yeah. This thing is electrocuted and explodes in wood-like shrapnel. And I think, tell me if this sounds fair and fun. Because I can't justify this wood plant really, like, fucking you up in any way that matters. you electrocuting it so much that it explodes and causes shrapnel for everyone else, I think everyone else is going to take 1 harm as these wooden splinters fly all around the place.
I would have also said the room is filling with water. I could have
zapped everyone a little.
Yeah, either one is fine by me.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. Either you've climbed a tree or something to avoid the shock and you get a wood splinter, or you're in the water and so you get zapped along with this creature. We will say not for the amount of harm that you used to kill this thing.
I hope not. I would feel bad if I did 5 harm to everyone here.
That would be pretty bad. So we'll say everyone take 2 harm, but you can use armor or any features that will reduce it, however you like.
I got nothing.
Then you take 2 harm.
Oof.
If I take harm in a fight, I gain +1 on going till the fight's over. So I'm going to apply that to hit this?
Yes.
Cool.
You get a bunch of wood shrapnel and a shock to your system as you see Cole destroy a monster. But the room is flooding, and that's not good.
Snakes can swim?
Yes, they can. It's now up to humanoids' chests.
I would like to say that Val has been making her way across the room as the water has been flooding in. Because there's stairs, right? At the other side or whatever the fuck. It's time to go. It's time to go, kids.
Yep.
This giant fly trap that had tried to get Fig, but then I think I intervened. Am I still dealing with that?
Yeah.
Could I try to bite it at the base of where the flower had blossomed from, if that makes sense?
Sure.
Like the stem?
Yeah, like the bud.
Yeah.
Or where the bud attaches to the stem.
I want to attack it.
Yeah, kick some ass.
11.
Okay, what bonus are you going to pick?
I'm going to inflict additional harm. So 6 harm towards this flower thing.
Yeah, fucking kill it.
You got some muscle in your dungeon, Natalie.
That's a lot of harm for a plant that was just a Mario gag.
I think that, Kai bites it at the base between the bud and the stem and just rips it off. And I would like to quickly take in the scene. Water obviously is coming in. I'd like to slither into the water and then swim over to Cole so that they can grab onto me. And then do the same with Val and then the same with Fig. I want to get everybody out of here as quickly as possible.
You're collecting everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you who are not as comfortable in the water, your snake companion is able to quickly swim over there and get you across the room.
Life raft.
Over to the door, but I will say that's going to take a second, and so by the time you manage to get everyone gathered and brought over to the door, that the water is now above head level if you're standing on the floor here.
And the keypad is down below, isn't it?
Yes. If you are breathing, you are treading water above, approaching the ceiling as the water level rises to the ceiling. If you want to get to that keypad, you're going to have to dive down and deal with it.
I don't mind helping whoever wants to go down. I'm guessing it's going to be a Valentine, but I can help you get down to the keypad.
Here's the thing.
How fucked up is the iPad?
I was just about to say.
Yeah.
The iPad is bricked.
Okay.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Is the keypad still up? Is the keypad still working?
The keypad does have a light on it. You gather most things in here must be waterproof so that he does not have to replace them every time this water trap triggers.
Yeah.
Is there a ceiling vent or an alternative route, perhaps? Or no such luck?
Where the water is coming in?
Well, if you look where the water is coming in, like I mentioned before, it's gated over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or grated over. It's a gate that's grated.
There are bars over it,
Gated and grated.
Yep. A magic gate grate.
I think the grates is the whole wall, though, right? I don't know that we can cover the whole thing.
Yeah, it's iron jail bars over this thing.
Oh, it's a whole wall. I thought it was windows.
Well, yeah, but they're windows that span this quarter of a circle's exterior wall.
Yeah, we're not going to try to use magic on that shit.
I mean, could Cole and I destroy this door?
Yeah.
You could try and bust through the door if you want, if you think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. I would assume just Cole is still standing. Cole doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah, you're just down there by the door.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess you are 8 feet tall.
Eyes peeking above the water level.
Yeah, just the bright blue eyes. I'll try to bust through the door.
Act under pressure.
Yeah. These dice are going in jail.
No.
Goodbye, dice. That was a 3 on the dice plus not enough. Act under pressure plus 1. It's a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Mark experience.
Yay!
Yeah.
Similar to the glass columns in the first room with the pit traps, this, like I said, the structure of this place is enchanted against damage to it.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond just hacking, and having the codes to get through the doors, like this place is not designed to allow brute force to be the answer to most of the puzzles. It presents, would be a good lich if you allow that to happen. So you're just there pounding. And I think after a couple punches, you can recognize that, like, it's not that you're slowly damaging it. It's just like the impacts are fully being nullified by some kind of magic, that absorbs the kinetic energy of your punches.
Oh dear.
Not to be all D&D on you, but could Val try to find a, create or destroy water type spell in the book and try to, at least eliminate some of the water just to buy us some time?
I mean, if you destroy some of this water, it will be replaced pretty much instantly because that gate is just letting it flow in.
Okay.
Again, imagine as if this gate has opened to, the bottom of Lake Superior. There is an endless amount of water that can fall into this room until it fills the container that is the room.
Can I try to use magic to plug the gate?
Yeah, if you want to fuck with the gate, you can cast that spell.
Yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna fucking try. For my clarification, should I still be using that +1 forward on the information, or no? That's no longer relevant.
You're not solving the plant problem now. This is a completely different problem.
Okay.
And I will say, so that we can, keep going with the rooms and, the 2 successes on Kick Some Ass, we will count as, you defeated the plants. That threat has been dealt with. Or, no, did I have something else? There might be a kelp plant in here that's, fucking around. Yeah, let's say that. We'll come back to that in a second. Forget what I said. We're not done with the plants.
I'm so concerned.
We're not done with the plants. Cut this, Ash. Thank you.
Great.
Go ahead. So you're going to try and fuck with the gate?
Yeah, I rolled a 7. I have to choose a glitch.
Mm-hmm.
The effect is of short duration. That seems correct.
Okay. What do you do to this gate to mess with it?
I think the spell summons a webbing or a gum or something like that, something that could be watered down over time, so to speak. And that's why it's of a short duration.
So you're trying to just plug the...
Literally just plug it, gum it up, buy some time so that those of us who need to breathe don't drown.
Right.
Cole.
Right. Okay, yeah. I'll say some kind of weird spiderweb spell, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It does not get rid of the water, so I will say there's about 8 inches of air in this room left, up towards the ceiling.
God.
You will have to tread water. And at this point, Fig, what are you doing?
That's a good question.
Everyone's sort of gathered at the door. I think, Fig, you feel something tug at your ankle.
I look down.
There's a yellow ribbony thing that's latched around your leg and is starting to pull you under the water.
Oh, jeez. I don't have a whole lot of fighting options. And my gun obviously didn't work. I am we talked a little bit about things that I've made deals with and whatnot. And I kind of thought this was just a title, but maybe I'm desperate here. What does it mean to be a hellhound? What does a hellhound mean? What do I do? How do I do a hellhound?
How do one be hellhound?
Well, being a hellhound of Azazel would refer back to the first deal that you made, and then sold your soul a second time to get out of, and now we're working for Meridian to try and at least pay off the first selling of your soul, so maybe you can deal with the second.
Sure.
The order's hard to keep track of when you're selling your soul this many times. But
I saw my hand and the flames within kind of protecting me, so I'm like, okay, maybe I can still access this.
Yeah, your connection is still there. And yeah, I think if you want to draw on that power, you just have to lean into Wrath, which is the domain of Azazel, the demon princess you initially bonded yourself to.
Yeah, I think that Fig's getting pretty frustrated because Fig was just trying to find a way out. Fig knew they weren't good at fighting, and they tried to shoot at this thing out of desperation, and it didn't work. And nothing has been going well for Fig.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Fig looks down at this kelp thing that's now trying to drag them underwater, and is feeling particularly wrathful. And yeah, just tries to evoke this power with a growl, thinking maybe the fire of Azazel is powerful enough to burn even in the water.
Ooh, yeah, I love that. Why don't you act under pressure?
Okay, that's a 10.
Very nice. Yeah, Valentine's cast this spell. What do you say to everyone, Val, as you like plug up the gate momentarily?
We need to get out of here now.
And at that moment, we see Fig just get dragged into the water suddenly and violently.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But we see under the water as you're struggling against this yellow kelp that's like reeling you back. It's like an octopus that's made of kelp that's attacking you right now. And first, we see a little glow in your palm, and then a little glow in your chest, and then a little glow at your ankle where this thing's like got itself wrapped around you. And under the water, flames just begin to roil and burst from Fig as we see you take on the mantle of a hellhound. Just your whole body becomes molten and magma-like as fire wreathes off it. An unquenchable flame of fury, which instantly makes the octopus let go. And now you're sort of just like floating in the water. The momentum probably pulls you down onto the ground of this place, but you are here blazing with hellfire.
Can I try to melt through the exit door?
Thank you, Ian.
Steam fucking like roiling off my body.
I'm gonna have you use magic, and this is like a reverse of bar a place.
Sure. Unbar a place. Counterspell or something. Hey, I rolled snake eyes +0, but guess what? I'm spending my luck point, baby.
Let's go.
There fucking is.
Good time to use it.
If there's ever a time to use
This
it.
is my Dragon Ball Z moment. I'm just screaming.
Yeah, there's ever a time.
With an angry 12, you go at this door and rush forward. What does it look like? How does Fig take the door out with your cool hellfire powers?
It's a pretty wild just combination of elements here, with the water being all around my magma form. And like some of it is evaporating, just all around me, causing like steam.
Yeah, those steam bubbles are like coming up from the water. You all can see them rising to the surface. You maybe think Fig's been dissolved by some sort of acidic plant below the water.
And I think I just kind of point my hands in front of me like I'm going to attempt some sort of weird dive motion, and I do like a corkscrew and put my hands into the door and just try to burn through it.
Yeah, if there's one thing that is powerful enough to break through mortals, although not anymore, but a human being's spellcasting, it is the power from the place apart. And yeah, we see first your hands up against the door, and the metal's not being affected. But what is being affected are sigils that appear almost like a text. It's like a long, dense text that appears on this door here and sort of just fades off at the edges as if it were to continue across all, portions of this space. But you just concentrate on what's in front of you, and the text itself begins to burn away first, leaving nothing behind. But then you actually feel metal, and it begins to warm a cherry red, and then you just continue to like push at this door. And I think something with like the heating up the metal against the cold water, it like creates like a pressure bubble, and the metal is just sort of sheared apart and pressed forward as you continue to heat it up, and the water spills into a hallway. And you all at the top of the water surface feel the water begin to gradually lower.
I was gonna say, would it rush out or like?
It lowers. It doesn't like fully, there's a current pulling you towards the exit that Fig has created, but you know that your spell that is stopping more water from coming in is not going to last long. And I think this water comes down to about like 6 feet high. So Cole, your head and shoulders are above the water again. And then Kai, your snake form is big enough to be like above the surface. Valentine, you might still have to be like treading water a little. But if you want to get out, you can go through this hole that Fig has made into the hallway, which the hallway now is also filling up with water.
Yeah.
Can I be back to normal when the water lowers enough for them to see me? And I'm just
I love that idea. Yeah, they all pour out into the hallway and you're there sopping wet. Like, that was weird.
What took you so long?
Yeah, wet dog Fig is just there waiting for you all. And you can see this door has been completely destroyed, but the water is now pouring into this hallway, and there is a door leading to stairs that go up across the way.
Eyes narrow.
She will dive down and like dive through the hole. This is a rough fucking day, y'all. This is a rough day. Coming out the other side of that. I'm sorry, you said the door was at the end of the hall, or are we going up some stairs again? What's the situation?
Let me look at my notes really quickly.
I'll just say, as flavor, Cole goes through the hole and sees Fig standing there. Cole pats Fig on the head. Good job. And holds out a lollipop.
Where were you keeping those?
Nifty! And I snag it from you and start enjoying it.
Aww.
So yeah, Val, the hallway ahead leads to stairs. There's 2 more doors because you're in that central spot again, but this hallway leads to stairs.
This hallway leads to stairs. This hallway, as far as I can tell, is filling with water and will probably start to flood with water again soon.
Mm-hmm.
So if we open the doors, the water will have more places to go.
Yeah, the problem is that we don't have...
How would we open the doors?
You said the iPad was bricked. However, can we try to restore it with magic?
You have fixed things before.
I have.
With a magic spell. Yeah, if you want to try and fix this iPad, I'll let you roll use magic for that.
Let's fucking go.
Did you successfully fix it last time?
She fixed her hand.
I mostly fixed my hand. I also fixed a clock tower. It was a little OP.
I can call the Geek Squad.
I have a personal Geek Squad. Yes! It's still a mixed, but it's a 9, so I'll take it.
Okay. What glitch are you taking to fix this iPad?
I'm going to be a little bitch. I'm taking 1 harm.
Okay.
Although that does make me unstable, I think. Yeah, when I reach 4 or more, mark unstable.
You're at 4 harm? Okay. Good to know.
Oh, boy.
Ruh-roh.
Take better care of yourself.
You cast some magic with your cool artifice hand and your book, and the iPad lights up and is active again. Without much time before this hallway floods, what are y'all doing?
I'm still a giant snake.
Mm-hmm.
Can I maybe attempt to heal Val with magic?
You could, but the longer you stand in this hallway, the more it's going to fill up with water.
Okay, fine, just kidding.
I also don't know if shifters can cast in their animal form. We haven't broken down the magic of that.
I was going to try and flavor it like I could give her some of my venom that can harm or heal.
Oh, interesting.
The nice venom.
I don't know.
We can deal with that at the end of this hall when we get the door open.
Yes.
The left fang is venom. The right fang is the antidote.
You're missing a fang. Oh no!
Joke's on you. I only have 1 fang.
One central.
No, we can deal with the door.
Yeah.
Door's open. You can get the door open. Val's fixed the iPad. Water's up to your waist again in this hallway, though.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Look, I'm not going to be the first one up the stairs again. That didn't go well for me.
Kai's gonna start up the stairs. Snake form.
Okay. You slither up the stairs in snake form.
Fig also slithers up the stairs, but in human form.
Just snapping.
It's the little shimmy for me.
a little back and forth shimmy up the stairs, feeling real proud of themselves for getting everyone out of that flooding situation.
Kai is long enough that their tail is back by a Fig and just like snaps them in the back.
Halfway up this stairwell, the water has not made it. So you finally hit footing that is not waterlogged and make it up to the top of the stairs where there's another door.
How the fuck are we gonna get out of here?
This door locked as well and whatnot.
It's got a similar keypad, yeah.
Same old, same old. We pop the keypad.
Same old, same old. You pop it. Smoke. The new door has opened. More smoke.
What is this man's budget? Jesus.
So theatrical, right?
Yeah, I mean, is this purely a dramatic effect?
Yeah, like what's up with that?
Can I investigate a mystery?
Okay, go ahead.
I want to roll investigate a mystery on the smoke. Because I can do a +1 since I'm great with smells.
Has this smoke just been like a hallucinogen the whole time? And none
Oh
of
my
this...
god, could you imagine? Oh my god.
I mean, it might be. I rolled a 5.
Ah, you rolled a 5. I think you're a little busy escaping a flooding room to figure out what's up with this smoke. You just sort of rush through it as you enter the next room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I assume. Are you entering the next room? Because one assumes you will want to close this door in order to keep the water from following you any further.
I would like to read a bad situation before we actually step fucking foot in this room.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah, go ahead.
Because god fucking damn it, if we set off another trap, I'm like
sure.
Valentine. Like Mel is loving this. Valentine's gonna go ape shit.
Yeah.
Math 8. It's an 8. So I hold 1. We gotta go with, are there any dangers that we haven't noticed? I know it's boring. However,
yeah,
she is double and triple checking for anything else that they could run into that's going to cause them a problem.
Sure. All right. Val, you open the door to this room. You reach the 3rd floor. And as you come to expect, that flash of fog hits you. And as it clears, you see before you a massive library.
Oh, fuck.
Books floor to ceiling, with ladders and walkways that traverse the towering stacks of tomes and scrolls. More books than you could read in a lifetime, which is, of course, not a problem for Mr. Harkness. A bright chandelier hangs from the ceiling at the center of this room above a ring-like circular desk, which is a hollow center and a portion that will lift so you can go inside this ring desk to then read lots of books, which are laid out in this circle as research and study material. And the danger that you didn't notice the first time you were here, Val, that you are now suddenly dramatically aware of, is that wasn't the library on the 4th floor?
Yep, exactly. That as soon as you said it was the library, I was like, something's not right here.
Yep, something is not right here.
Oh, good. We skipped a floor.
What do you do about this information?
She gets this confused, scrunched look on her face, and she goes, I don't understand. The library was on the 4th floor. This is the 3rd.
We must be making a good pace then.
No, it means we're probably walking into a trap.
Oh.
As the rest of you gather here at the doorway, what do? The library extends ahead of you.
We don't need to, read these books to figure out the clue, do we? That's gonna take a long time.
The center is an information desk?
It's not an information desk. It's like a circular desk where one could sit in a swiveling chair to just have 12 books open at once and be reading them all.
Ooh.
Kai's gonna shift back and just kind of shaking off that magic she uses.
Mm-hmm. You did want to help Valentine, right?
She is looking a little woozy right now, and I think that's part of what's lending to her more open candor, being confused.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's not doing so hot.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a really fucking weird idea, Natalie, and you tell me if no.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to, so I have a +3 for weird. I'm trying to figure out how I could use my weird move or my weird stat. Would it be weird if in snake form my venom / saliva is poisonous, but then in human form it's not? It's the opposite.
Go on.
It's your character. You tell me.
I have this on standby. Go on. For the listeners, I have a fan in my hand.
Are we about to get spicy?
This is my spice fan.
Where are you hurt? Like, what scratches or whatever do you have?
Good fucking question.
I mean, you got scraped up by the wood splinters when the creature exploded. So you're probably bleeding somewhere from that.
Sorry.
The translation here is this question is, where do you want me in human form to bite you?
Well, no.
Where do you want my spit to go?
Right.
Are you gonna kiss my boo-boos?
Well, the last thing that hurt you was magic, so internally.
It was, yeah.
That's true, yeah. I mean, yeah, her fucking nosebleed gave her some harm. Fixing the iPad made her get hurt, and
magic twice now has harmed me.
Mel, where?
Tongue up, nose.
Yes.
Tongue up, nose.
Oh my god.
Do I want to go down this road? I'm already here. We'll just turn this into an anime.
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Kai's going to walk up to you, Valentine, and almost wordlessly grab your chin. And just like kiss you.
The fuck?
But you feel this warmth from her mouth into yours, and hopefully my magic works.
Miah, that was very lo-fi lesbian of you.
Don't look at me!
Miah, happy Pride Month to you.
Fig is slithering again.
Shut up, both of you. Happy Pride Month to Valentine. She gets smooched by someone less weird than her ex-girlfriend.
I mean, yeah, giant snake lady, artifice creator. You live a weird life, Valentine.
She does. And she's just accepted it at this point.
Yeah. What'd you roll, Miah?
I rolled a 9.
All right, it comes with a glitch.
Yeah. Can the problem, I think, side effect be emotion?
I cannot.
Oh, no!
This is so fucking funny. Oh my fucking god.
Hey, Kai, what's in that toxin?
So I will be using the effect heal 1 harm from the magic thing.
Yep. Okay.
Oh,
Lord.
I do enjoy a problematic side effect.
Yeah. Jesus. Okay. It's so hot in my room right now.
Same. It's fucking cooking.
Are you sure you're not just blushing?
I'm sorry I made it hotter.
God. All right.
Ian's just doing this like snake dance shimmy. I have to narrate this for the listeners.
I can't stop slithering. I'm so slithery right now.
My serious heist, and here we are at the top of the stairs in a library making out. It's back to basics here on Storyteller Squad.
It's like we never left.
Yep, here we are. Might as well be Autumn Falls.
Dark academia.
Yep.
You can change the cast, but you can't change the vibe.
You cannot.
All right. You heal Val 1 harm. What emotional damage do you want from this, Kai? Or is this like...
I think she's saying she catches feelings. That's the problematic side effect.
No, shut up, Ian. You're not the keeper.
This is a problem, Miah. You're playing with 4 keepers right now.
But I mean, technically I've run Monster of the Week games before.
There you go. Yeah, game of keepers. We all know what's up.
Yeah, but I hate it. So I like maybe you put your own twist to it. But so part of the Monsters playbook that Kai is that I have a curse.
Right.
And the curse that I have is pure drive. And I chose that the emotion that rolls me is cruelty.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Where is this going, Miah? What's going on, Miah?
This is going from lo-fi lesbians to BDSM real fast.
Well, it's hitting angst, which is also something we're not strangers to here on this show.
Absolutely not.
Especially with Valentine. All right.
Jesus,
my goodness.
This bitch can't catch a break.
I mean, it's kiss. Problematic side effect is that you're all flustered now, Valentine.
Oh yeah, I think she's gonna be flustered regardless.
Yeah.
Well, wait, is it a problematic side effect on me or a problematic side effect on Kai?
You know, the move doesn't specify. It's problematic side effect in general.
Yeah, it's just magic.
Okay, fair enough.
So, just give me a second to let my brain cook, as I literally cook in this sweltering heat.
I love this idea that whatever this problematic side effect is, it doesn't necessarily phase Kai, and they like drop their hand from your chin, and it's just like so close to you and just dead-eyed. Don't make this weird.
Oh, man. Does Valentine catch feelings?
I think she has a crush now. I think that's the only acceptable answer.
Problematic side effects.
It is a problematic side effect. She just went through a really bad breakup.
Yeah, and here you are with another criminal and a very stressful job, getting smooched after almost dying.
I told you you'd like me.
Yeah, you're just like, wow, that was great. I feel so much better now. Oh no.
Happens to the best of us.
Can I re-say that line? Because I just thought of something even better.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Don't make this weird, Toto.
I need more time!
Oh, no.
I was gonna have Cole make a joke about them being Toto.
Got her.
All right, see ya.
Mel is out of the chair. Miah assassinated from Minnesota.
God damn it.
Oh my fucking god. Miah, all I have to say to that is fucking woof, my guy.
Fucking whoop.
Oh, wow. Incredible.
Wow.
Instant floor time.
God damn it. Respect. So good.
Wow.
Yeah, so good, Miah. So good. I knew you would bring this energy, and I'm so grateful.
I now need this fan for other reasons. Wow. I think for the first time in this entire heist, there's no snark. She's just speechless.
Mm-hmm.
And Kai says, don't make this weird. And she just like stares at her and then just kind of like blinks out of it and just like turns her attention back to the room.
You fumble your hand at the door to close it.
Yeah.
Beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
So, Valentine wordlessly fumbles with the keypad and the door closes. Everybody is here in the library, and I think you all hear a giggle.
Oh my god. What kind of a giggle, Natalie?
A little high-pitched, sweet giggle coming from the chandelier.
Oh no.
We see you all look to turn where this noise is coming from, and we see within this chandelier, the center of it is like a cage-like structure. And within there sits a small creature who is sort of sitting cross-legged with their hands on the bars, just sort of peering down at the group of you. And they say, "Ooh, people from the outside! Hello!" This being is a small, maybe 3 foot tall little person composed entirely of flame. Her head forms a little raindrop matchstick kind of shape, and her body flares at her waist, giving the impression of like a little skirt with flames just dancing around. And she kind of stands up on the bars, and we see thin little wispy trails of fire creating arms and legs. It's very much just the character from Pixar's Elemental, but like tiny.
I love that movie so much.
Yeah, so it's like tiny flame person. And she just says, "What are you doing here? And can you get me out?" And that's where we'll end our session.
Cool.
I have to save this amazing little creature.
It is dangerous to keep fire in a library.
Right.
You can see she is the illumination in this space.
From the chandelier.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
She is lighting the library. That's where we're going to end it for now.
I love it.
Do we turn this into a Thirsty Sword Lesbians game?
We end with smooching after stealing. We are being gay and doing crime. It's Pride Month when we record this. Thank you all for joining me. Really quickly, before we wrap up, just so people will hear it in both episodes, let's go through and let everyone know where we can find our lovely guests on the internet. Let's stick with intro order. So, Ian, you're up first.
Hello, I am Ian Mauldin, and you can find me on the internet. And you can go find me on the internet at shrimpandcrits.com or like linktree.shrimp/shrimp. Yeah, whatever. shrimpandcrits.com. And you can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts.
I fully thought you were going to say on LinkedIn. When you I almost choked on my Gatorade. All right, Miah.
My name is Miah Detjen-Wander, and you can find me on the Monsters Playbook. You can find us on Facebook and everywhere else is Monsters Playbook. You can also find us on our website. We have a Discord, and we love new friends, just like these friends. Yeah.
Darien.
Hi, I'm Darien Hester, and you can find me on Instagram at Darien D. Hester. Darien spelt like the character from Sailor Moon. It was rough going to cons as a teenager, I'll tell you
I'm
that.
sure it was, my guy.
Awesome. Mel, do you want to sign us out in case there's anybody from Shrimp and Crits or Monsters Playbook here for the first time?
What?
She's too flustered, I'm sorry.
You can find us on the Storyteller Squad.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I understand now. I short-circuited. Hi, friends. Social media goblin Mel here to remind you to follow us on all of our socials at Story Squad Cast or the Storyteller Squad on YouTube. And thanks so much for listening, and thank you to our guests for being here and doing really gay shit. Okay, good night.
Good night, adventurers. We'll see you back here for more crime next time.
And maybe more gay next time.
We'll see.
Bye. Bye-bye now.
Wow.